a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome. It is another episode of Colby Rebel Live right here at the UBN Studios in Burbank. We have an exciting show for you tonight. I have been waiting so long for this guest. We booked him so long ago, but his busy schedule, so we finally have an opening tonight. So I can't wait to tell you about him, introduce you, and especially to have a chat with him. And we are going to take some callers on air. So make sure you give us a call here in the studio at 323-992-3115. 323-992-3115. And before I introduce him and get into it, there's a couple updates I want to share with you. On tonight at 10 p.m. Pacific time, if you're around, I'm going to be on the Chuy Martinez show, so it's going to be really fun. This was a reading done for Chuy. Chuy's like this super macho guy, and a loved one came through for him, and it was an amazing experience, I think, for both of us and Spirit. So if you get a chance, check your listings for the Chuy Martinez show, and it's on the El Rey Network. So very honored and excited for that. And we also have the 2-day platform that is next weekend. So not this weekend, but next weekend. That's in LA. So if you kind of want to read for groups or build your confidence, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to do that. So make sure you dive in and hang out with us. So getting back to tonight's show, our guest tonight is fabulous. What a personality, and lots of love, lots of passion. He's been doing this forever, and I definitely can't wait to share his story, his experiences, his expertise in this. And make sure you know that you can call us on air at 323-992-3115, and we will take those callers. Remember, all those external noises to be off. Make sure you have that question ready. Is it a psychic question, or is it connecting to a loved one? What would you like to ask our guest? So our guest tonight, he's just been literally, when I say all around the world, literally all around the world. And he travels and has spent a lot of time. So we literally got him tonight from London. So it's almost midnight his time, poor thing. But he came in, he's here with us, and I can't wait to talk to him and introduce him. Please welcome David Traynor, everybody. Hi, David.
Hi, Colby. Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. And thank you so much. I know it's late for you, but I know our listeners are very, very excited to talk with you this evening.
Wow.
But I want to find out, because you are so busy. I know that your gift started when you were young. Can you share that experience with us, or take us a little bit through how you understood your gifts, or what your first experience was like? Oh, make sure check your mute. We can't hear you. Yeah, see, is he there? I know. Hang on, everybody. This is London at midnight. They're checking. Is he there?
All right?
Yes, now you're okay. All right, there we go. See, talk about spirit, though, right?
Yeah, that's got to be a sign.
That's how it works, everybody. So that is it. David, so do me a favor. Tell me, do you remember your first experience? Or I know you said you had it as a kid, but tell us how that happened for you.
Well, my parents, my father was an undertaker. And he used to go out. I was only maybe about 8 at the time, around that age group. But he used to go out and he used to pick up the bodies of people who had passed. And then I'd get up in the morning as a child and tell him who he'd picked up. And he used to go absolutely bananas about it. And I'd had lots of experiences, lots of spiritual experiences, lots of spirit joining me in my bedroom as a child. But I was never scared, Colby. I was never frightened at all. And I used to end up, I ended up really having more friends on the afterlife than I did in the physical world. That was my first humble experiences. And it was crazy, really.
Was your dad like surprised, or was your dad like scared? Or
they were mortified. My mum and dad at the time were very strong Catholics, and they used to. My mum used to clean at the church, and my dad went to the church and explained to them, and they sent somebody out to check me out. And it was crazy. And he said to my dad, his name was Monsignor Fitzpatrick, and he said to my dad, "Hey John, David's got a gift. Leave him; he'll grow out of it." And I didn't.
Oh no! Wow. Well, don't you think though? So we talk about that a lot. Sometimes kids do grow out of their gift, and then others do not. Do you have a theory on that at all?
And I believe that all little people have that ability. But I think that when they get to the age where like schoolwork kicks in and responsibility kicks in, I feel the intuition, their own ability to be able to communicate steps down.
Yeah.
And I believe that they really, really don't have that ability to communicate once that takes over, and I think it's a shame, such a shame. And it's I don't think you should promote it in children if you find out that your child has got that particular gift. I don't think you should be promoting it, but on the other hand, really, I don't think you should be negative about the afterworld as well. I think really it's something that really everybody's frightened of, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's nice for people to know and children to know that there is something else. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's just another level of life.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and I think that's what I tell parents as well, because parents can unknowingly persuade their child. Like if the kid says, "Oh, there's a lady here," and the mom says, "Oh, is that your grandmother?"
Yeah.
or the opposite.
Yeah, I have. Really.
Yeah.
When we do seatings in my office, and you 9 times out of 10 you get loads of people bringing the kid saying he's got a gift, and the kid he's just a natural intuitive, and they're trying to turn him into some sort of famous child clairvoyant song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Taking away a person's life,
Yes.
I think it's meant to be. I'm a great believer. I don't know about you. If something's meant to be, it's meant to be.
I really agree. And I know for me growing up, I was really lucky because even as a kid, I think it kind of scared my mom. So she didn't say anything about it. Like, she didn't advocate it, but she didn't discourage. Like, she didn't even go, okay, whatever's happening. But that was really the best way to be, right?
Yeah, of course.
Now,
go on.
When you are connecting with spirit, do you feel them? Do you hear them? Do you see them? How are they connecting and communicating with you?
Well, it's different for different spirits, to be honest.
Okay.
Some of them, if they're not evolved, I will just sense them, and I'll just get an outline of them. If they're a more evolved soul, I'll see them, and I'll hear them, and I'll connect with them. And sometimes I can be talking to them like I'm on a telephone, and I also draw their faces.
Oh yeah, I saw that. So you've been doing a lot of spirit art lately as well, right?
I've been doing it for the last 14 years, actually. It's not actually me. If I'm not wired, if I'm not hooked into the spirit, if I'm not streaming the spirit, I'm not good at drawing whatsoever, Colby. And I rip the pictures off It's a bit weird. You'd have to, yeah. If we get some calls, I'll show you what I mean. But
Okay.
but it's a strange thing. It's not me. It's actually the spirit. It's all everything I do really is spirit linked. It's nothing really that I'm doing. And when I go to communicate with the spirit, I kind of leave it up to them. I kind of step back and leave it up to them.
What is your favorite part about communicating with spirit?
So many.
I know.
So many, obviously. I'm so enthused with it. And I just love seeing people's faces shine when I've brought through their loved ones. There was a lovely young girl came along to the office today, Kim, and just before 12 months ago, she lost her little boy.
Oh.
I brought him forward. She won't mind me saying she's gorgeous. She's a gorgeous kid, and I brought her little boy through, and she was elated. And at the end of it, she said to me, "My sister had a twin, and he had twins, but one of the twins passed on birth, and he's never come forward, and she's been so upset." And I said, "Right, okay." And he wasn't coming forward, and just all of a sudden, her little boy brought the little boy in, and I said to her, "Who's Callum?" And she said, "That's him."
Oh.
I thought that was beautiful, and that is $1 million to me, Colby.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you've been traveling a lot doing this as well. Was it Spain that you're in, or where have you been all over?
I've been all over. I've been to America doing it, as well. I actually read for William Shatner as well.
How was he? Was he a good recipient?
He was absolutely amazing. He invited me on his show, but my mum took ill at the time, and sometimes your family's got to come first. But I have done it in Spain. I was a sellout in Spain. I'm doing it all over the UK. I'm just ready to go to Scotland now, courtesy of one of my friends who is one of your followers, Helen Henderson.
Oh, yes.
And, yeah, she's lovely. And she's been helping me there in Scotland. I've just come back from Ireland, London, Essex, just everywhere, really.
Wow.
I love it. And what we do is we've got we have a tour bus, and we've got the tour bus kitted out, and we do medium on the move.
Oh, I love it. That's great. Fabulous.
Medium on the move, and as I'm going along, I'm doing messages and connecting, and it's great, really, isn't it?
It is.
It's fun, doesn't it? And I think what we do, Colby, is we bring spiritual people together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't we?
And I think sometimes too, we give people hope who may not have had hope otherwise.
I think you're right. Absolutely. There's a place in this world. There's a place for us.
Yeah. And
I feel anybody who can't think that way, I just think there's something not right, because I feel there's a place for people like us. And you'd be so shocked how many people are spiritual and how they're turning to spirituality because it helps them come to terms sometimes with themselves.
Yes. Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. Now, do you have any stories? I know it's always hard. We have so many readings, right? So many experiences.
Yeah.
But are there any that come to your mind where something came forward and you were honestly like blown away, just blown away by the pure power of spirit? Anything in particular that you can think of?
One of my most memorable situations was after the terrible disaster of 9/11, and I had been really bothered about that. It had played on my mind. It was just such a sad thing, and I was starting to get visions. And out of the blue, I went over to America as a pilgrim to work freely, not for money, but freely for anybody who was victims, to help them. And what was weird, I met up with this girl and I talked about some connections, what I'd been experiencing from people. And she just went, I just can't believe this. I've just moved into an apartment and the lady who's opposite was actually working in the fire station
Oh,
where
wow.
the people had lost their lives. And she put me in touch with some of the people's families who I'd connected with in the UK. And
Wow.
I read for them. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was
Incredible.
very necessary, and it wasn't about money. I didn't get a penny for it. I didn't want a penny. It was more about for the my bit to on behalf of Spirit to help someone else.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
something that I've done. And that's one of my books into the light is surrounding my time when I used to go to America before I looked after Mum. And that's one thing. I've done lots and lots of other things. I met my publisher. He was researching, trying to help his best friend who had been accused of murder,
Oh,
and he came to my office as completely incognito. Didn't know anything about him whatsoever, under a false name. And he sat in my office, and I said to him, "You've come in to sit here to contact with somebody who's been murdered." And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Would that be Carol?" And he just looked at me and he just said, "Yes." And I connected and brought her forward, and we were able to do an absolutely fantastic session of what had gone on. And I
wow.
confirmed it. It was mind-blowing. That was another mind-blowing situation. But like you've said, don't you think, Colby, everything's mind-blowing about it, isn't it?
It really, even as, we do this and you're in it and you're connecting, but when those names come in or when that experience comes in, it's still like a miracle to me. I still am in awe of it.
I am too. And, say tonight I've done seatings all day and right up till maybe an hour ago or 2 hours ago in the UK time. And as you stand there and you're doing it, I'm still in awe of the majesty of life and the spirit and the ability to be able to actually connect people and make them happy after them being so sad and finding grief. I can't just understand anyone who can ever think that anything negative about it. It's such a beautiful
Yes.
and
I agree with you. I definitely agree with that. And just that, because a lot of times, not always, but if someone's ill towards the end or incapacitated, people kind of focus on that. Yet when Spirit comes in, they want to kind of remember the time when they pulled that joke on you, and it remember, like, that person goes, oh yes. And again, that connection, it is healing for us too, I think.
I think so. Well, I always say, really, where the Spirit touches, it heals.
Yes.
I think that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, so true.
I think it's so nice when they come forward, they tell you about what's gone on, maybe give you some tangible proof and evidence, even evidence that they're watching.
Yeah.
That's massive, isn't it?
Yes.
I think it's massive.
It is incredible. Now, we have a whole list of callers. So would you like to take some callers tonight?
Absolutely. I'm all yours. You go for it.
Okay. So listen, everybody. You know the rules here. Make sure all those external noises are off. No speakerphone, okay? Pick up that phone, old-fashioned style, just like this. And see this thing? That's your ear. Put that phone right up to your ear so we hear you nice and clear. Now, make sure you have that question clear for David. Is it a loved one? And just kind of reach out and let us know. Is it a psychic question? Because we do these kind of quickly. And David, he's not in the loop yet here. So, David, we do them quickly so that we get as many callers as we can. But I know that you guys at home are going to be good because you all know how this works. So pay attention to your area code because we're going to get started, okay? David, are you ready there, honey?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Here we go. How about we start with number 7, 951. Hey, 951, you are on the air with Colby and David. Who is this?
Hi, this is Jennifer Petrovich.
Hi, Jennifer. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Maybe raise their voices a bit, Tony, if it's possible, so David can hear them. Do you have a question for us tonight?
I do. I have a question. I just lost my husband in April, and I just wanted to know if he has been showing himself to some of the people in the house because they've thought that they've seen him.
Okay. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to hear your voice. Yes, absolutely. And I'm also going to say to you, he's been a little bit concerned about your family, and he's wanted to try and show you all because he doesn't want you to feel that you're on your own. I feel that it's been a bit of a lonely spot for you, and I want to feel that he went over relatively sudden at the end. He's told me to say to you that he misses you from his soul, and he wants you to know that he has just been concerned. There's been concerns about one of his children, Jennifer. You understand that, don't you?
I absolutely do.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that she's been really out of control, Jennifer. And that, I don't know whether, they can't see them, can they? I don't know what that is, why you can't see them. But I've drawn him, but sadly you can't see on this background for some reason. I don't know what that is. I think is it the green
Try
background?
putting it in front of you, David. So take that image and put it. There you go. Now we can see it.
And that's Sky, that name?
Yes, that's Ski, yes.
And he's just told me to say that he loves you and that he's really sorry with what's gone on. He's just told me to say to you that he wants you to know that it's the most important thing that relay that you get a little bit of help around your daughter, around his daughter, because it is difficult. He's just said, I do love you and I'm really sorry. He feels like he's left you in a difficult position.
Oh, I feel that way too, but I know he's here. I know he's around.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing for you, recently bereaved. And do gain comfort and love that he is around. And do try and listen and watch for the very subtle signs that he can give so that you can recognize his presence. All right, my darling?
There you go.
Thank you so much, David.
Yeah, Jennifer, did you just kiss his photo recently? Like, I see you kissing his photo. He's showing me you kissing his photo.
I did just about an hour ago.
Okay, so he's letting you know, you got to know that he's letting you know that he's with you, like in that space. So you thought he was in the space. He really is.
Well, it's funny because our middle daughter, she started dating this boy, and she never had a boyfriend when he was here. And she was talking to him on her FaceTime, and she was in the kitchen getting a glass of something to drink, and she was out of the picture, and he freaked out because he saw somebody behind her.
Keeping
and there was
an
nobody there.
Yeah, he's keeping an eye.
Like, does he have spiky hair and a big belly? And she was like, yeah. And he got so freaked out he had to leave his hotel room and go for a drive.
Oh my goodness! Well, you know how he is. He's gonna make sure any boy who dates her is up to par.
That's exactly what I told her. I told her that he and then our friend that is staying with us, who actually was in the room with him when he passed away in the hospital. Like the night, it was either the night that he had died or the next night. He said he saw him. He woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and he saw him sitting in his chair.
Wow!
And I just keep asking him to show. I want to see him. I'm like, please, I want to see you. You know, I'm not afraid, but I haven't seen him.
Well, I think
but I do know he's here.
And one thing to know, Jennifer, like just as a note to this, you said you wanted to see him, right? And
I do.
You have okay, but what's fascinating about that is David just showed you the picture, which is unbelievable.
Oh yes. Yes.
So just kind of know that.
It's a hit, David.
Yeah.
Spot on. Definitely.
And, can I just say, don't forget, he's still a dad.
Yeah.
He's going to look after his daughter. He wants to know that she's with the right person. Do remember that, Jennifer, all right?
I will. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you taking the time.
Take care, Jennifer. Bye-bye now.
Bye, David. Thank you. Thank you, Colby.
Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. David, that's incredible, and what peace that brings to her, right? But isn't it funny? Like, we were talking about that, right? He's still a dad. He's still gonna make sure.
You don't all of a sudden lose your responsibilities, do you? Just because you change your skin.
That's right.
Absolutely. You're still the same data. You're still the same person.
Yeah.
That's who you are, isn't it?
So, all right. How about we grab another caller here? How about number 2561? Hey, 561, you are on the air with Colby and David. Who is this?
Hi, this is Barbara. How are you?
Good, Barbara. How you doing, honey?
I am doing really well, thank you. I just recently moved out to Los Angeles, so I look forward to coming to one of your events.
Oh, thank you. What can we do for you tonight? What can David do for you tonight?
I'm sorry, my dog started barking the moment you came on the phone. Sorry. I would love to connect with either of my family members. I had my big brother passed away July 18th.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Can I just say to you, Barbara, first of all, I actually have a couple of people joining me. First of all, I have a gentleman joining me from the world of spirit who would have gone over in a very sudden manner, a very sudden way to Barbara, connecting and making me love you on the other side of life because he didn't get the chance to say goodbye. Are you aware of that, please?
My brother. That's my brother.
Yeah. And he's just told me to let you know he's well, and it's come as a great big shock to him. I'm also going to say to you, Barbara, I don't know how this is to you, but I feel I want to say there should also be the connection to the ordinary name of John as well, but I don't know whether that's your brother or somebody else to you. Would you know that connection?
Not off the top of my head. No, I do actually. Yes, I do.
Can I just say to
Someone
you,
wasn't thinking
at the side of your brother, there's a lovely lady coming forward, Barbara. And as she comes forward to me, this lady, she has sustained weight loss before she goes over to the spirit world. And she tells me that she's very, very close here and making me love you from the other side. Now, she's mothering vibration, Barbara. And I feel I've got to say to you, she would only be either a mother or a grandmother vibration, but she's bringing forward and helping your brother, who's in shock to be doing this, he's just told me. And he tells me that he's absolutely thrilled on the other side. And he tells me that his condition had gone misunderstood, misdiagnosed. Are you aware of that, please, at one point?
Yes.
And he tells
absolutely, there's no question.
He tells me to say to you that he's really sorry that it came as such a big shock, but it came as a big shock to him as well. Now, that lady connects with you, Barbara. I don't know if you can see that portrait. That lady connects with you.
You'll have to go back and watch it. That's okay, Barbara.
Yeah, I have to go back. I will. No, I'm certain that's my mother.
Yeah. And just telling you, she just put her arms right the way around him and just told me this to let you know that she loves him completely. And she received him as he moved over to the afterworld. She's just told me to let you know. She just said, Barbara, I'm well, love you, miss you so much. She's very, very close to you. But your brother is fine. He's smiling here like you will never believe, Barbara. And he's just letting you know he's around, loves you so much. And Barbara, can I also say to you, I feel that your mother's coming forward to support you through a difficult set of circumstances that you've just been going through with your family here in the physical world. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
She's just told me to say
difficult times for sure.
Yeah, she's just told me to say to you that she's just very, very aware of that, and she's told me to say that she wants you to know that she loves you, and she will watch and continue and try and push you in the right direction. The name of John is actually Jack, and I feel he's your mum's uncle. He's an older, higher family member to you, Barbara, and he's just come forward to let you know as well. But your brother's fine, but so is your mother. But you are having a tough time. Be strong.
Yes, thank you so much. That's so on the money. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Oh,
thank you.
You're welcome, and lots of love to you, honey. Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Bye.
sad, isn't it, Colby?
You know, it is, you know, because it's our big brother and, you know, hasn't been that long, and it is difficult. But, you know, what you're doing is helping so much. Like in that moment, it brings her that peace. Her mom's with them. It's, you know, it kind of brings that reassurance, and it reminds her that she's not alone.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do think that's what I mean, really. It's essential. That's why I've tried to keep going with my Facebook lives and everything, because it's not only about this being a sort of a career thing. It's also there's part of you as a medium, as both of us who are real mediums. We've got to give. We are here for the greater good of humanity.
Yeah.
And we've got to give ourselves and keep those connections and repairs going on, haven't we?
And it's incredible. Like, don't you think too, like sometimes, you know, you say, oh, am I going to have enough energy, or can I do it? You know, because you've been doing so many messages, and yet Spirit, it's like the Energizer Bunny. Spirit will keep giving you the energy you need. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. You know something, you can be right down there low. The minute you're wired, you're like zzz,
Yeah,
ready to rock.
It is. It's like you might be ready to like kind of roll over and go to sleep, and then all like, oh, yeah. It is.
Absolutely.
It's so much fun. So, all right, how about we do another caller, because we do have a ton.
Yeah,
so we'll do what we can here.
You go for it.
All right. How about 770? Here we go. 770. You are on the air.
Hey, David. How are you? This is Michelle Nowak from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hello,
Hi.
Michelle. Nice to hear your voice. Lovely, clear spoken. Hi. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Love to hear you.
What can we do for you tonight? Yeah.
Well, my older brother, one of my older brothers, had passed away in April from a very fast, aggressive cancer. Kind of very shocking to our family. We know that he's, you know, doing well. He was a very spiritual person, just an incredible person, very funny. But the days leading up to his death, he was in the hospital. And my twin sister, Melissa, and I are caregivers to our parents who are in their 80s. Very,
Right.
you know, hard to get them around. They're not very mobile.
Right.
So we have an incredible amount of guilt because we couldn't be at the hospital every single day with our brother. We didn't know he was going to pass away that quickly. And so, you know, we're all still, you know, even though we know he's okay, there's just an incredible amount of guilt because we couldn't be with him all the time. And we just wanted to know, is he okay with why we did see him, but is he okay with why we couldn't be there every single day?
Absolutely fine. I'm telling you, your brother is one person who really hasn't got a selfish bone in his body. He's just told me to say to you, he's absolutely fine, and he's absolutely thrilled to see you. As he draws forward to me, he tells me that his family had collected him, and he tells me that he was just happy to get out of his skin after he'd gone through what he was going through. They'd given him some sort of pain relief at the hospital. They'd managed his pain, and he tells me that there was no problem whatsoever, and he's just grateful for looking after Mom. And can I just say to you, I feel that one of your family's just suffering with a mobility issue, or just starting up with a mobility issue. Are you aware of that, darling?
Yes, actually, you know, being that my dad will be 80, my mom will be 82, both of them, especially my mom, has a lot of feet problems. My dad has knee problems. They have the toughest time getting around. It's getting harder and harder for them just to do the basic things. So we really have to help them a lot. Yes.
Talking about the knee problem, and he's saying to me, tell Dad I'm watching, and I'm absolutely fine. But your mum and dad have been really struggling with this.
Yeah.
And
yes.
I want you to know that there's absolutely, he's just said, absolutely, he feels great on the other side of life as well. Now, can I just ask you, how do you connect also? I don't know if this is his name, but would you also connect with the name of Jeff as well?
With Jack?
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Jeff is my brother. Jeff is my brother's name.
That's passed.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just come forward and told me his name, and he's told me to say to you that he loves you. And who would be John?
Now, John is my dad's name, but it is also he's still alive, and John is also my older brother who is still alive.
Perfect, because he's sending his best to John with the knee problem, and
yes.
He's told, and also there's actually a higher family member called John as well, connects to your family, to your dad's side of the family. But I'm going to say, he's just told me to say to you, Jeff, that he's fine. He's told me to say that this is his words. He wants you to know, once the hospital sorted him, he didn't have the pain. It was just floating.
Yeah.
It was just floating. And he tells me,
okay.
Tell Dad, grandfather brought me over to the afterworld.
Oh, that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. We wanted to know if our grandparents were around him, and I'm so happy that he is with them. That makes us, a lot of comfort that we know he's okay.
I'm going to say to you, very importantly, he's told me to tell the girls, that must be you and your sister, that there's absolutely no guilt. He's doing great.
Okay.
Granddad's showing him the ropes. And your grandmother, she would have gone to the spirit world suddenly, quick, out like a light, didn't get the chance to say goodbye.
Yes.
Yeah, she's just come forward to tell your mum that she's watching over her, and to tell your mum she's sorry she didn't get the chance to say goodbye. She's well, and she just wants you to know that she's well. That gentleman connects.
Are you watching on video, Michelle, or no, honey?
No, but I'll go back and watch it on the replay.
Okay, watch it on the replay. And then also, do you know the name Robert? Because the name Robert keeps coming in. So it might be someone connected or a middle name, but I keep feeling the name Robert keeps popping in here.
I'm wondering if it could be my daughter's, my older daughter's 27. It could be her grandfather. His name was Robert or Bob.
Okay, got it. Okay, because I keep hearing that guy wanting to say hello.
Well, that's sweet.
So
yeah, he was a very nice man.
So we got a little pop in here. And then one other thing, too, that I keep seeing that Jeff keeps showing, too. I believe your mom keeps rubbing a cross. Ask her if she keeps praying or rubbing a cross for her son. Because it makes me feel like that's what he's acknowledging, that she keeps praying on his behalf. And he keeps saying she doesn't need to pray. I'm like, Ma, you don't need to pray. I'm okay.
I'm so happy because every day I can see that it hurts her. Like she, he was 53, and I think she, was of the mindset, when you're a child, it doesn't matter how old they are, when they pass away before you, it's so hard because it was literally so
quick,
sudden, and it surprised all of us,
Yeah, but just, we got to take a couple other callers. But when you get a chance.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, when you get a chance, go back and look at David's drawing that he did and just leave a comment.
I sure will.
Okay?
That's the
Thank you. Thanks both of you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Have a great night.
You too. Wow. Bye-bye. Bye, David.
Bye, darling. Bye-bye. Wow, that's so wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's really great. And just, I believe you. I believe it is right. He's not going to harbor resentment or, and I think of the intelligence of the body, the soul, and the spirit world, that there's a part of him that did make sure it was so quick because the parents were too old to kind of be there day in and day out. And, just to kind of make sure that this is kind of easy on everyone.
Absolutely. And you know something, as Jess just sort of saying bye to me, they would have had two very close birthdays. I'm not so sure whether one was a special birthday, but two very close family birthdays. And Mum and Dad have been upset because Jeff's not been physical, but they mustn't worry because he was there. So that would be lovely to hear the feedback, wouldn't it, Colby?
Yeah, absolutely. And Michelle will definitely leave those comments. It was just great. You'll see, David, when they watch us, they leave comments, which is really fun.
Wow.
Okay, so let's try to get another caller in here. How about 13424? Okay, 424, you are on the air with David and Colby. Who is this? Oh, okay. Let us do number 15, 501. Okay, 501, you are on the air.
Hi, my name is July, and I was just wondering who's around me and where are my children?
Sorry, it broke
Okay,
up a little.
so she wants to, okay, so where are your children and who's around you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Where are your children and who is around you? So, first of all, can I just say to you, hello and welcome. Your name's Julie, did you say?
July.
July. Hello, July. Lovely to see you.
Hi.
Hi, darling. Can I just say to you, first of all, there is a wonderful lady coming forward to me who is sedated out of it, not with it, before she goes over to the spirit world. And she makes me feel that she's been really, really very, very seriously ill. She makes me feel that she'd had a lot of pain, sustained a lot of weight loss, and she's making me love you on the other side. That lady must be a close connection to you. Because I want to put my arms around you and give you a hug, because life has been very difficult for you, she tells me, and you've been very let down and hurt in your world over a difficult situation that's not really left you in a good space. And I'm going to say to you, she comes forward to me, there are 2 little angels in the world of spirit who surround you. Are you aware of that, Julie?
Yes.
And she has them there for you, and she's just letting you know that they're fine, they're watching, and she loves you. And this has caused a little bit of a difficult space for you. You've gone through a very emotional and difficult time here in the physical world. Not losing a child is the greatest loss of all. Losing 2 is massive. But I'm also going to say to you, why, and feel that there's in some way there'd been a little bit of a lack of support when this had happened around you. Would you understand that?
Absolutely.
And she just tells me that she couldn't support you when she was physical. She wants you to know that she was supporting you spiritually, and she's got the little ones there for you. And I'm also going to say, I will be right in saying to you, July, that you would struggle with trust breakdowns, trust issues in a personal way around you as well. Do you know this?
Yes.
And I want to feel that there'd been a housing issue, a housing problem, or a housing situation, July, which had really also, you'd struggled with that. And I feel that you've really had to think on your mettle to get yourself through this difficult time in your personal world. Do you understand?
Yes.
The majesty of the spirit world just tell me to say to you, July, that things will work out. You just need to stay strong.
Yeah.
She has the kiddies there for you, and there you must have peace. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go on, Colby.
Oh,
Sorry.
I keep, July, there's 2 things. One is I keep seeing a keychain. I don't know if you have a connection, like either photos are on a keychain or there's something connected that you carry with you. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, so they're letting me know that. Also, the month of August. I know you're July, but August feels significant. Do you understand that?
I need to double check, but I think that's my grandmother's month that she was born in.
Okay, and that's the grandmother. I think that's the grandmother David is talking about, right? So,
Yes.
So there you go, sweetheart. I hope that really helps. Okay.
Yes, it did. Thank you so much, both of you.
You're welcome. You have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
David, so we have time for like maybe one more quick one. So, because we're almost, we have 5 minutes left and that's it. Can you even believe it? That's how quick it goes.
It's amazing.
It's so quick. So how about one quick one? How about number 6510? And then I'll preempt them. Hey, right. 510, you are on the air. Who is this?
Hi, David and Colby. This is Catherine, and I'm hoping to hear from my grandfather on my dad's side.
Look at this girl. She's an avid listener. This one. She's ready.
Oh, wow. Hello, lovely to hear your voice, Catherine. A lovely voice as well. I
Thank
tell
you.
you, I believe this could be your grandfather. I have a gentleman joining me from the spirit who has sustained pain in the chest area before he moves over to the spirit connecting, relating and linking to you. Would you understand that, please?
Not chest pain in relation to my grandfather.
Okay, then I've got to say I'm joined by another person first, another spirit first. Just wait with me. The gentleman, as he comes forward to me, he makes me feel that he didn't get the chance to say goodbye and went out like a light. Should connect, relate, and link to your family. Would I need to just run something by you? Is that all right, Catherine? Would I be right in saying to you that I could connect that gentleman to another section of your family? Because I've got to say he's just talking about you and something to do with at the moment, either with you or one of your family, where there is a new project, a new start, or a new beginning coming around. That could be to do with a work or a situation of a new venture. Are you aware of that right now?
I've been through a lot of changes in the past couple years. I'm in a fairly new career and hoping to start a new relationship soon as well.
Right. Can I just say to you, this gentleman makes me feel, it sounds crazy this, because we can't summon up the dead, but what I can say, this gentleman makes me connect to your mum's side of the family. I've just drawn him first. I think the other man who is coming forward could be the grandfather. Could I say to you, I don't know, can you see that?
Now we can. Now we can't. Right in front of your chest. Right. There you go. Perfect.
That gentleman. And I'm also
No, I can't see it yet.
That's okay, honey. You can watch the playback.
Because there's a delay.
Yeah, that's okay, hon.
Can I just say to you, also, I want to talk about, Catherine, I know this is all your family coming forward. I've got a gentleman coming forward who now tells me that he was ill for about two and a bit years. He tells me that he will sustain weight loss and not be with it before he goes over to the spirit, not with it, not conscious before he goes over to the spirit world, connects with you. And I want to feel that in your world, I want to say that whilst you know your family, there's part of your family you don't know. And I feel somebody could have been brought up by another family member as well, going back in your past. Do you understand that?
No, I'll have to listen back and think about that.
Okay, you do so, but that's what they're making me feel around you, Catherine. When you go back, okay, you have connections with your mum's family, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Ask your mum who was brought up by another family member, because I believe that there was another family member helped bring your family up, or help bring your mum's people in your mum's family up. Okay, and who would you connect with the name of William, please?
I had an Uncle Bill, and so his given name was William.
Right, and where would I connect also? Because I've got the name of William, which would be Bill coming forward, and Mary connects with you as well.
I have an Aunt Mary Jean who's in the living.
Okay, and the name of Elizabeth, which would be Betty, connects with you as well.
That one I don't know.
Okay, and that's where you need to ask your mum. Yep. Can you pick up on the grandfather, darling? I don't know.
No, well, we have to go.
Right,
so maybe if you just have a quick message. So you'll have to listen back, sweetheart, to kind of take in what he was saying. But David, any final message that you just want to give her briefly?
Okay, can I say she's got a lot of family coming forward because she's trying to. Catherine's trying to rebuild the fabric of her life. There's a gentleman who is on oxygen, sedated, would have a lung condition, which would be lung cancer, emphysema, COPD. Just put 2 thumbs up to me like that. And I'm going to say to you, I feel the refabricating, the new beginning, the new start is on its way for you. And it's absolutely a fantastic new way forward. Watch that space. New start, new beginning. Absolutely.
All right. There you go, sweetheart. I hope that helps. And make sure you kind of look at that image he sent you on the Facebook Live, okay?
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good night.
Bye-bye, my darling. Bye-bye.
All right, David, that is our time. If you can, we're done. That's it. That's how quickly it goes, so quickly, doesn't it?
I know. It's fantastic.
I want to just thank you. I want to thank you so much. I know it's late for you, but those were such incredible connections and messages to our listeners, and I know they appreciate it. Listen, everybody, make sure you follow David on social media. He's on Facebook. You're on Instagram as well, right?
Yeah, right. But I've got a big live coming off at the UK time at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. So do watch that.
Perfect. You don't want to miss it, everybody. David, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And now you get some sleep. And thank you again. It's such an honor to have you here with us today.
All right. Thank you very much, Colby, for inviting me. Take care.
Bye, David.
Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.